Sampradaya 2026. I am so incredibly proud of all of our students today. This has been an amazing performance. I've listened to every Sustaining Sampradaya concert that has taken place ever since its inception. The first Sustaining Sampradaya featured 30 children at the 30th year. you know I'm making some hints about the 50th year. And back then, we were working with the same idea we have right now, which is there is no preserving the arts without growth. The only way to even preserve something is to grow it. And I'm incredibly grateful to all the, did we lose a micro? Oh, we did. I'm incredibly grateful, first of all, to all of our gurus for their participation. Founders. Let's do this. Founders, V.D. Sundaram, gurus. They set up foundations for what we're building here today. And we are not simply laying bricks, we are building a cathedral here. And for that, what it really takes is outstanding material. Our gurus have been so kind and gracious in assembling the best versions of the songs that we asked them to teach. These songs, these versions are crafted with attention to detail, that they must be approachable by students of all skill levels. They must be versions that can be performed as a group. They are versions that must pass muster among senior musicians. Thank you for all of your efforts. Now let's talk a little bit about the material. There are so many lovely connections here. The Tilana you heard, as composed by Lalguri Jayaraman, his Tilanas became popular in his own time. And one of the most amazing things is that he has heard many versions of his own work. And his favorite version of this Tilana, as told to me by Lalguri Vijayalakshmi, was performed by Nedunuri Krishnamurthy. Another interesting tidbit is that the second artist from India that was featured at the Cleveland Thyagaraja Festival was Nedunuri Krishnamurthy. Interestingly enough, that was the year that Walter B. Waitgen, then president of CSU, had pushed for a big expansion here on Euclid Avenue, and Waitgen Auditorium was constructed. The very first professional concert that took place in that hall was performed by Nedunuri Krishnamurthy. So there's a lot of connections between not just the material, but the location, and there's a lot of history associated with it. For me, I'm incredibly proud to be associated with the Sustaining Sampradaya program. And I've had the privilege of working with these gurus and these outstanding coaches whose dedication is able to bring students of different skill levels together into a cohesive whole to perform this absolutely spellbinding concert today. Thank you all for that. Now, a lot of what I've said, I said earlier on Saturday. One thing I did not say at that point was that over the last 2 years, as I've learned to administer parts of Sustaining Sampradaya, I could not have done this without the person who really embodies the heart and soul of Sustaining Sampradaya. He's put 2 kids through the program. Please, please, thank on my behalf, Ravi.
Thank you. And thank you for sending your kids over for this long 4.5-month program. It's just amazing. When I put my boys through the program several years ago, I was just mesmerized by how much energy Sri V.V. Sundaram sir brought into this program. It was just amazing. Please give him a big round of applause, please. I mean, this is the days when we didn't have video calls, no Zoom, no Google Meet. And we were talking about Skype calls or phone calls, and it was just outstanding. The level of details that he brought to the table was just incredible. It just blew my mind. And use your own words on this. Thank you, Mama. Thank you for being such a beautiful person. And as your kids are learning, I don't know how many of you realize that the archives we have 18 years of archives in our system. And this is incredible. And some of these have been taught by people who are not even around anymore. Thank you again. Thank you for making this happen. And there are several kids who learn from it who probably cannot afford to go or cannot reach out to some of these esteemed gurus that we have. Thank you, Mama. Thank you for all of that. But then me and Shankar have been handling it for 2 years, but then we have been extremely fortunate. I would say, Ave Muralidharan sir, Acharya Ratnakar. Give him a big hand. Give him a big hand. He taught everything. Thank you, sir. I mentioned Subhana Vardacharya. She still continues to support us. She at least teaches us one song in each street. We cannot let go of her. Thank you so much. Acharya Ratnakara and Sangeeta Ratnakara, Thiruvarur Vaidyanathan sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This year and prior years and all of these, there's one person who just goes over and above. Sangeeta Kalasagaram K. and Shashi Kiran sir. He just goes over and above. He is traveling on some tour, performing somewhere. He drives or flies to one of these zones, teaches the kids there, prepares them. Honestly, I was kind of worried, and he said, not worry. And look at how it turned out this year. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to read out the rest of the names. I don't want to miss anybody. Chitravina Ganesh, Sangeeta Kalasagaram, Chitrana Ganesh, Acharya Ratnakara, Shri Krish, Raghanatha Sharma sir. Sangeeta Ratnakara, Nedunuri Vijayalakshmi, Sangeeta Kalasagaram, I don't know if I mentioned, the Sangeeta Kalasagaram, Delhi P. Sundararajan, so good, Bhushani Kalyanaraman, A.S. Murali, Thiruvarur Devi sir. Oh, what a wonderful class. He gives such flavor to classes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. We had Baby Shriram for the first time and Dr. Pandavarama for the first time. We had Nitya before, so such an amazing set of gurus. And in addition to the parent, there are a few local gurus and teachers who trust this program, who think it's beneficial, who think, and very supportive. And I would like to call out Villanurji Lalitaji. Thank you so much. And Rajarajeshwari Bhatt. Thank you. And as Shankar said, none of these is possible without the hard work of our coaches. And Shankar, it's the birthday book. So he spends almost a lot of the birthdays in Cleveland, not just our family. V.K. Arun Kumar, Sridhar Srinivas, Sridhar Srinivas, Lakshmi Vijay Raghavan, Surya and Vincent, and we have two coaches remotely. One of them was supposed to come who couldn't. Aparajita Aruna Giridhar, and Thyagaraja. We also got recording help from Himaja Sabraj, who I remember Sundar Mama, you've seen him with all the video and everything. He handles everything here. But then we couldn't do many of these things from it. And one of the facilities that we rely on heavily is Sai Studios. And Sai and Mani, they put incredible number of hours in recording and cleaning up and posting on YouTube, sending us the audio clips that are all used for teaching. Thank you so much, sir. Parents, you guys are just amazing. I know. Thank you. Thank you for trusting us. And I'm sure you noticed that the kids not only learned music, they made a lot of good friends, which is what we experienced as parents. They made friends that last a lifetime. And they perform together, they go to incredible schools. They're just super connected for life. And I think this is a great program to invest, not just for music, but also for good friendships across the country. They have one another's back.